Hello everybody, welcome to another replay analysis episode. Today we are going to be having a 3.5k MMR Protoss player. He sent me a very heartfelt message in Polish, so I'll not be reading it, all of it, but basically he says he's aware of the mistakes that he's doing, so we will try not to be too harsh on him. And he's playing casually, but he wants to get better, so let's see what we can do in here, what we can pinpoint the crucial mistakes in this replay. It's going to be a PvT replay. I believe 3.5k is like diamond or something like that. And I would guess this is a European server. So, alright, yeah, let's jump straight into it. It's going to be Romanticide again. PvT. He said he was happy with the build order that he did and it was looking fine. So, I'm curious how this game is going to look like. Gateway. Where's the gas? That's a great start. Okay, are we going for the parting build, I suppose? Okay, for the gasless expand, okay. I'm not too familiar with this, so I will not be critical. Okay, probe harassment. Nothing out of the ordinary so far from the Terran. Okay, cybernetic score. Keeping the probe out. Okay. Well, this probe could have been useful already, just to check for the timing of the command center. You can have this probe, scout, instead of pulling it back straight to the bottom of the map, keep it around the natural base at up until 140 or so. At around 140, the command center should be already up, and there should be no unit from the barracks anyway, so you can use that information already. This probe was kind of useless in here, unless you wanted to avoid the Reaper, I suppose, because the Reaper will be going across the map, right? And then that's when the probe will be coming in to confirm that information, so I suppose that was your thought process. Looking for the second pile on the high ground. Okay, saturating the gases. Let's see what is going to be your tech choice. Let's see, do you have you don't have an adept yet. Alright, that's the first mistake. To have a probe in the natural before you have a unit around, right? You know it's most likely going to be a Reaper from a Terran's opponent, from a Terran's perspective, right? It's going to be coming all across the map. So unless you have a unit already out, don't have probes in the middle line because it's going to be, well, an easy snipe for the Reaper to get some kind of advantage. Especially since you're investing into a shield battery in the main base. That means your main base is going to be totally safe. Against the Reaper, so make sure to have an adept in the natural then. You keep scouting because you haven't confirmed the CC. Good micro on the probe, well done. Oh, attacking your own assimilator, not so great. Okay, retreat, okay. Oh, please let it live. Nice, okay, that probe survived. Good job, good job. Put it back to mining. Put it back. Okay, well, let's not be too critical. Robo Twilight, Warp Gate not started. This is the biggest issue so far, I can see. And the lack of scouting from your side. This Adept, you have only one Adept. You should always queue up at least a second unit in the from the gateway and send this Adept, especially since the Reaper died. There will be no threat for this Adept whatsoever on the other side of the map. So this Adept could be scouting for the CC, which you have not scouted. For all you know, this could be a one-base build and you would simply die. You don't have a warp gate, you have a shield battery, but only in your main, and you have no units from the gateways. So you could straight up die if you didn't scout. If you're going for the Twilight and Robo, I am expecting DT build maybe. He's going for 3 CCs. Your opponent, that is. Okay, now you're starting warp gate slightly late, and this probe is still not mining. That's a lot of mining time lost. It may seem like a small deal, but it is. It's a mistake. Let's not be too critical though. Okay, yeah, DT as expected. Let's speed up the replay a bit. Okay, you're a bit indecisive. Observer or the Warp Prism. On the other side, your turn is going for 3 CCs. With a mine drop, I suppose, from the reactor. And you're still on only 2 gateway units. Okay. This probe is still not mining. What are we doing? Where are you watching? Wait. Where are we watching? I mean, you have it in your screen all the time. You just didn't pay attention to it. Okay. That's like already around 50 or 60 minerals that you have lost because of this single probe, maybe even more. Okay, let's continue watching. I like this build. 4-gate DTs definitely can catch your opponent off guard, especially on low level. The people don't really know the timings so well. But he has 3 CCs and that's the biggest issue. Okay, you're in. Right now, as the moment that you're warping in DTs, you have 900 minerals. What you could be doing with this amount of money is already securing a third base. This is the amount of money that you could be spending on the third base. You're being harassed by the Widow Mines in the meantime as you're warping in, and this is very tricky. The DD build is very hard at defending these kind of Widow Mine drops or Hellion drops because you have almost no units whatsoever, as you can see. The shield battery will not help against the Widow Mines, but it could help versus the Hellions. So, like, build order wise, this is a quite hard defense for you, but let's see how much damage you're going to take. The natural Widow Mine is not doing anything. Okay, 1 probe. Oof! Okay, that's a big hit. That's a big hit. Not good, not good. But hey, this happens. But you go in here, and that's a lot of damage that we can do. He has scan. Okay. Alright, you lost 1 DT. You could have saved the other DT, but that's okay. Pick it up with the prism. Okay, you're warping in. But you should be aware that he's going to be trying to scan for the DT again, so have at least the warpism ready to save this DT. You are doing fine so far. Okay, this is good damage now. Oh, you can use these units as well. Look at it, you have 1400 minerals. The third base could have been done already in the meantime. And your gases in the main base have not been resaturated after the Widow Mine, right? So you're wasting a lot of economy that you could have already with additional gateways, forges, a charge on the way as well. While this harassment is very good, try to look at your main in the meantime. You know, this is a lot of mining that you're losing. But at least you're doing a lot of economic damage, right? Okay, you keep warping in. Okay, you're doing additional gateways. Oh! Okay, you're killing the mine. Oh, get it! Okay, very close. Oh, save the Archon, save the Archon! Oh no, oh no. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Saving the Archon and the Stalkers was an easy job to do. You had a War Prism. He didn't have too many units, like what, 5 Marines. You could have definitely picked them up. You were good at picking them up before, but okay. It's still okay for you, somewhat. He's on 3 CCs, so this is the biggest problem for you. And you have a lot of probes that are not mining, and these probes are going on a journey. Wait, you're making a third base here? Why? Was this meant to be a hidden base, maybe? Take a third base here. That way, this position is much more easily defendable. They can only attack you from 2 sides, and especially the drops are not going to be that hard to deal with. This base is even more vulnerable to drops than ever before, because if they want to drop your natural, this base, they will have to go through this area. So this is not a good idea. Okay, you're not researching charge in the meantime. Having a forge spinning is very crucial in PvT. Terrans have units that deal damage very quickly, right? They have very fast attack speed. So having upgrades like armor or attack from your units is very crucial. So that's why the Terran is investing into double eBay. And you scouted that double eBay with your Prism and DT harassment. Once you see double eBay and you are not investing into your own upgrades, you're going to be severely behind. Because no matter the economical situation for the Terran, triple mule or even double mule, in this case triple of course, is going to be recovering from the economical disadvantage very, very quickly. So you need to invest into your own upgrades as well. Nice Widow Mine hit with the Friendly Fire. It's a very ambitious push right now, which you should really not be doing without any Twilight Council upgrades. If you had Blink or if you had Charge, I wouldn't mind it that much because you had a lot of money. But without Charge or without Blink, Widow Mines and even Stim Bio is going to crush you. He doesn't have Stim, but he has Medivacs and Widow Mines, and you are not going to be trading very well, I guess, especially with the Zealots without Charge. Yeah, Stalker dies, another Stalker dies. Now these Zealots cannot really engage, or they cannot really retreat. You're just trading very inefficiently right now. So from a position that you could be, well, basically winning already, you're taking engagements that are not necessary. He's investing a lot right now, and you are basically putting yourself all in with this. You're not upgrading, as I said, no Twilight Council upgrades, no Forge upgrades. Your third base is super late and in a weird position. Meanwhile, once the Terran upgrades finish, the 1-1 has finished and Combat Shield and Stim is about to finish, his army is going to be like 2 times or even 3 times as strong. He has 2 upgrade advantage and even more upgrades with the Combat Shield and Stim finishing. Your army is garbage at the moment. Okay, your opponent is floating, this you see. He's taking a third. You have a lot of Chrono Boost. And these Chrono Boosts could also be speeding up your forges, you know? You're adding forges right now, like 5 minutes too late. And he's already working on 2-2. The Terran has a good idea of having the proper strength of his army. His medevac, he has a very low medevac count, but this army is super strong. Especially since he has an armory, so these Widow Mines are going to be cloaked. And you have no way of like dealing with the mines properly. Yeah, your army is just really, really small. You have good gateway count though, so that's good for you. Super battery, okay. Oh, that prism, why do you have units in the prism? Why do you have half of your army in the prism? Don't do that, no! Unload, oh my god, the pros. Oh no. Oh no, oh the prism. Okay, at least you deflected him. You have Blink, okay, chasing down. Alright, in the meantime he has discovered this base. This base also has not been very well saturated. Even though you had a lot of money and, you know, you could have at least created more probes, especially with the Chrono Boost. You had like 10 probes on this base all the time on the minerals and the gas were somewhat saturated. Again, it all comes down to the strength of the Terran army. That you're going to be losing this game, I suppose. You're 1-1 and charge is finishing, which is nice, but again, it's like 5 minutes too late. You should be on 2-2. Your opponent is already on 2-2, and you can use Chrono Boost on the upgrades. He's starting 3-3 before your 1-1 has finished. This is not how it's supposed to work. Let's take a look at your army. It's a strong army, but with such upgrade differences, your even Immortals are taking beating from the Marauders. And while you defend this push, look at the supply differences. It's like you have half the supply, lower probe count, and obviously the Terran's Mule is going to be hitting you very hard with the economical advantage. As a Protoss, you should always be up in workers. So always make sure to resaturate this base as well. Have 16 out of 16 at all times. There's no reason not to have that. Okay, you're counter-attacking because you think you're in a difficult position, but even SCVs could deal with this army. He's already having a 4th. I really think even having this base really costs you a lot. There's no reason to have this as a 3rd. It's just so far away. And you have a 3rd base that's like literally watching, like you can have to, you know, it's one screen away, not even. That should not be the case. Alright. +2 stars, but I mean, this is an unrecoverable position. Even if I would be playing in your shoes right now, I would not be able to win. I don't think so. It's going to be 3-3 versus 1-2, and to be honest, only Marines could probably beat your army. You don't have Storm, you don't have Colossi, no proper way of splash damage, Archons are the only way. It's just, you don't have money for all of this stuff. You had money 7 minutes ago, but now it's over. So the Terran just comes in, he can stim, he doesn't even have to micro. Even if he would move command behind your army, he would still win this fight. 3-3 versus 1-1, that's impossible to win. Yeah, now charge is finished. Terran is so impossible. You can have the worst early game. GG. Well, it was not the worst early game. You both traded economy, right? Remember, the Widowmine drop did a lot of damage in here in the early game. This Widowmine didn't do anything. You killed a lot of SCVs and the tanks and so on with the harassment, of course. But remember, you lost the Archon, you lost the Stalkers, you lost some of the DTs, while he was on 3 CCs already built. You didn't even have a 3rd base. So he didn't really have a worse early game in here. You had potential to kill him if you just paid attention to upgrading much faster, especially with the Twilight Council. I think the crucial mistakes was not taking a 3rd base here quickly enough, not having upgrades with the forges, especially after you saw the double eBay from your opponent, and then not starting either upgrade from the Twilight Council, being it charge or blink. So yeah, that would be my bullet points in here. Focus on the upgrades and creating another base as soon as you have the big amount of money that you can spend. So hope you learned something from this video. And yeah, I have a couple of more replays that you guys sent me, so you can obviously fill out the form that is in the description. And yeah, I think this is going to be somewhat of a series of videos. So far, I'm enjoying doing this. If you like this video, let me know. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care, have a good day. Bye bye.